Hello everyone and welcome back to Brooke's Beauty Bazaar. My name is Brooke and in today's video I wanted to share with you guys 7 of my best tips for how to kind of troubleshoot if you guys are on a skincare routine and you're not getting any kind of real result from it. So I've kind of compiled 7 of my best ideas for how to kind of troubleshoot it, walk through it, analyze what you're doing and see if there's any adjustment that you can make or something that you could do better. And then if not, there is always a possibility to start over from scratch, and it's not the end of the world if you have to do that. Trust me, there are going to be more products where you got the first ones from. So if you guys are interested in watching, let's go ahead and get right into this. So my first tip is to address your actual routine. First of all, have you established a routine that you do in the morning and at night and that you do 7 days of the week? And here's the moment where you have to be really honest with yourself. If there is 5 nights of excellent skincare back to back, that's good, but you don't get a gold star for that, because if you then go into the weekend and you decide, okay, I'm going out tonight with my friends, I got my full face of makeup on and I'm gonna go have fun, I'm gonna crash here and not remove my makeup before bed, and I'm gonna sleep in it and let all of the dirt and oil and grime and makeup fester and bacteria grow on my skin and also create fine lines and premature aging problems, then you are not going to be able to get super clear skin. Unfortunately, doing your skincare routine 1 or 2 times a week in full does not make up for most people the multitude of sins that you create the rest of the time. So really just being honest with yourself about that and making sure you then get up every night. You can't settle into that bed until you have gone and washed your face off. So that's a huge piece. Make sure that you guys are actually using your routine and doing it fully every single day and never sleep in your makeup. Tip number 2 is one that I preach all the time, no matter what I'm talking about, but it is to actually read the ingredients on your physical package of the product that you are using on your face. Every single product that goes onto your skin, you should know the ingredients and how they are reacting with your skin and whether or not they're actually suitable to your skin's condition. So fungal acne is really the big thing that I'm always coming at over here because I suffer from it and I know a lot of you guys too. So if you guys are using fungal acne friendly products 90% of the time, but 10% of the time you're not going to have solid results. And that's just because you're not being consistent, and the ingredients that do feed malassezia can be so damaging to your skin, and it doesn't take a lot for them to just go and wreak havoc. You know, I've stressed this before, but make sure that you guys are not only using solid skincare, but you're also using solid and suitable to fungal acne makeup. They're just as important, both of them. And anything that you're keeping on your face for, you know, up to, you know, I don't know, 15 or 16 hours in a day, that's oftentimes how long I'll wear makeup in a day. You have to make sure that it is fungal acne friendly or suitable to your skin type if fungal acne is not what you're suffering from. So make sure that you read those ingredients lists, make sure you keep up with brands, go to their social media and their websites, because sometimes they change a formula that you didn't know about. And also, there are so many instances where the ingredients list that is on the internet does not match what's on your physical package, so you have to make sure. So that would be tip number 2. So tip number 3 is kind of a spot where if you are not seeing any kind of results, or maybe you're seeing a result but it's not positive, it's more on the negative side, this tip is to strip it back. So it's kind of like an elimination diet for your skin. If you use 4 steps, so say you're using a cleanser, you're using a serum, a spot treatment, and a moisturizer, just say that. Then you might want to start by taking away your serum and see if within a couple days after not using that product, maybe things are clearing up and looking less inflamed. Process of elimination, and then if you don't have an adverse reaction to something, you can always add it back, and then, you know, you try that process and you keep going down the line, but only remove 1 product at a time, or take it all back and just add 1 back in at a time. That's the 2 ways to go about that. So tip number 4 really feeds off of the tips that I've already given you, but this tip is to just pay more attention to your skin and be present in the moment. So when you are taking your makeup off at night, just kind of look at your skin and be aware of whether or not that product that you're rubbing into your skin is making it more red, or it itches a little bit, or it's just something off about it. A lot of the times we just ignore these kind of things, or we don't notice them because say it's a face wash you're using and it might itch a little, but you take it right off or you put it down to the like foaming bubbles on your face. Those could be telltale signs that you just don't agree with that product, so you might need to swap it out. And then the other part of this paying attention is just that you're gonna see some kind of progress. It's just gonna be an actual journey through that progress. So pay more attention to where you are right now so you can see where you get to within a week, within 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and so on and so forth. All right, I didn't realize how like perfectly all of these tips play into each other, but tip number 5 is building again on tip number 4, and that is to give your skin enough time to heal. So when you first start on this journey and you've got all your fungal acne products lined up, or whatever ails you, whatever system you're trying to use for whatever problem you have, you want to make sure that you just know, just because I'm using all these products that are now safe and better for my skin and my condition doesn't mean that tomorrow I'm gonna wake up with perfectly clear skin. It's gonna be a process. That being said, it's not gonna take, 6 months to see a small result. You should start seeing small results gradually build up into big results as you go on. And I would say within the first week, you should see a pretty significant difference, especially in the fact that you shouldn't have as much redness or itchiness or inflammation on your face anymore. And so overall, you'll just have a more even complexion and tone to your skin. And then from there, you'll probably start to see pimples drying up. You could still have some pimples actively popping up during this time, and that's okay too, as long as overall they're going away more than they're coming on. Everybody's skin is so different with the amount of time it needs to heal. And if you have skin that is completely covered with really crusted on like thick, cystic and, fungal and every kind of bacterial acne that there is, it might take you, 3 months to see full results. It's just the nature of how things work. You have to have the healing process, and that does take time. So just make sure you give yourself time and that you are patient with your skin. Tip number 6 is to stay calm, don't stress out, and also buyer beware of everything that you see, hear, and read on the internet. Make sure that the people that you're taking your advice from are people that you do trust and you find to be genuine and valid. Make sure that you're taking time to decompress and breathe through the process, because I know it can be really stressful, and just try to stay positive because you will get there. And then the other thing I would say is just to continue to do your own research, because just because what worked for me and it's working for some other people might not mean that it's going to work perfectly for you. So make sure that you don't back off from doing more research for yourself and trying to learn more about your personal skin and figuring out what works for you, because it could be anywhere in between all the advice that you see on the internet. And I just think that's so vital to keep in mind, because I have taken bad advice on the internet and I've taken good advice on the internet, and I just want to make sure that I only give good advice that I would take myself. And so that's where I'm coming from. And tip number 7, and this one is so important. Just because a product is safe for your skin, suitable to your skin, fungal acne safe, however you want to say it, does not mean that that product is going to perform the way that it's marketed to perform. It's just the world we live in. That's why the market is saturated with products, and really there are a lot more fungal acne friendly products out there than we even give it credit for, although finding them is a needle in a haystack kind of a process sometimes. However, just keep in mind that even though a product should be good and the ingredients make it look good, it doesn't mean that it's actually going to be effective on your skin. So if there's a moisturizer that has good ingredients and it looks all to be well and dandy to you, and you put it on your skin and you just don't feel like it did anything to your skin to give moisture, then that product's just a dud and you might need to find something else. If that does happen to you, don't get discouraged. There's other things out there. You're just gonna have to find the one that works for you, and you do have time to troubleshoot. If you guys need tips or help with finding that, that is a good time for me to let you know. I do have lots of videos like that I'm gonna go ahead and link right now. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope that you guys are all staying safe out there, having fun, social distancing, and doing your best to kind of just look after yourselves during this time. If you guys need someone to talk to, I'm your girl. Talk to me in the comments below. Do you have some more tips for if your skincare isn't working? Let us know in the comments below. You know we all love to read them, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, guys.